Eddie, where are you? Where'd all your hair go? Anyway, hi. Moving blows. My source, I've done it like 10 times in the past 3 years. Also, I'm really sorry. This lip situation going on, it marks up my teeth quite badly. So if you see any marks on my teeth, mind your business. I know it's there most of the time. Okay, so I've been moving around a lot. I've moved within 3 states in a year. Um, More about that later. I'm not really comfortable telling you which states. But I'm gonna talk about how I got to this one that I'm in currently. So this state that I'm currently in, I have never been here ever in my life until like a week ago, like a little over a week ago. Why did I go to a state? Why did I choose to live in a state that I've never been to? Great question. Well, first of all, when I was in university and like having my giant mental breakdown, I wanted to live just somewhere completely else. And the state that I'm currently in was one of the candidates for where I was going to move because I had heard it was really pretty and naturey and like it was just a little bit different and a little faster paced than where I was living when I was in university. But then I ended up going back to my home state, which I'll tell you, it's big enough. I'm from California. Boo! Yeah, get over it. Actually, some of you might think that's quite awesome, so shout out to those of you, but honestly, I don't know if I live up to the Californian stereotype. I kind of do, I kind of don't. But you know, whatever. I am proud to be from the state that I'm from. So, this one that I'm in right now is really different. And you know what? I originally came up here because I just graduated with my associates from a community college in another state. And I had the intention of transferring to university so that I could get my bachelor's in English because I have an associate's in English. But you know how useful an associate's in English is? It's about as useful as my high school diploma. Why did you choose to major in that? I'm not good at anything else. I mean, I majored in music for 3 years, but then I realized that that wasn't gonna get me any jobs either. So then I switched and I was like, I need a piece of paper that tells people that I'm competent. And so, none of the schools in California accepted me. So I really wanted to stay home and like, or at least like close to like my home city. You know, stay with my friends and the few family members that I have there. I literally have like 3 family members there right now. I have extended family, but I don't really know them that well. Anyway, they're nice people. We're just not that close to them. So I decided to go to another state that I thought was kind of appealing and not too far from California, you know. I had heard a lot about it and I was like, oh, I think I might like it there. Spoiler alert, I was right. I do really like it here. However, I came here to go to university and I got accepted at a university here. And I was like, woohoo, this is awesome. I'm going to live there and I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get my degree. It's going to be awesome. And then I could go back home. That all changed in literally a night. A night. Nothing bad happened. I just realized something. I realized that none of the jobs that technically qualify me, that I would be qualified for with an English degree, sound that fun to me, like, at all. Originally, my plan was to get my bachelor's and then get, like, my MLIS, and I wanted to be an archivist. But the more that I did research on what archivists do, the more, like, I was about it. I was like, okay, I love being alone and I love not having to interact with the public, but could I be alone with records for 8 hours for 5 days a week? I don't think so. I would just get a bit bored, I think. And then I was like, okay, well, what else can I do with an English degree? Marketing? No, that blows. Any public service thing sucks. I hate the public. And then I could go into like publishing, I guess, but that sounds kind of boring as well. Any 9 to 5, I was just kind of like, fuck, that's kind of all I can do. Like, what else? Am I trapped? Am I doomed? And then I realized something. I feel like students in this field are going to laugh at me and they're going to be like, oh, you sweet summer child. And that's fine. You can think that. I'm going to go along with this plan anyway and see how it goes. I realized that I love hair-related things. I love cutting it. I have to stop myself from cutting my own hair all the time. I had done it for friends while I was in university. I had like bleached and cut their hair and colored it, whatever. It was a lot of fun. I really loved doing it. I love that there's like a definitive start and end to the process, and that results are pretty much immediate, or at least you can see that you've made visible progress after an appointment. And then I think of all the other things that they do, like chemical procedures and things like that. So I came to the conclusion while I was sleeping in a hotel on my way up from California that I wanted to be a hairstylist and that I wanted to go to cosmetology school and not university, which is what I moved up here in the first place for. But it was too late to go back because I had packed all my life. I had signed an agreement for like a lease. And so I kind of screwed myself a little bit. The other thing that I'm going to have to face is that you can't get licensed somewhere in a state and then just move states and it goes with you. You have to transfer your license somehow. I have to figure out the specific state that I'm in, along with like how it coincides with switching over to a California license. So kind of screwed myself a little bit because I was so devastated. I struggled for the time that the couple of weeks leading up to my move up here from California. I struggled a lot. A lot of people saw me cry. I was asking my friends and my mother for like some advice. I'm like, what do I do? I even started looking at community colleges around the area and see if I could major in something else and then like transfer into a UC school or something. And none of it sounded interesting to me. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And it blows because, oh my God, that realization came so late. Like if I had realized like a day sooner, or if I stayed a day longer in California, I probably would be going to cosmetology school in California and like just dealing with it there and not having to miss everybody and like restart my life and everything up here. But that's just how it happened. And now I'm working with what's going on now. So I'm sorry that I haven't been making many videos lately. I've been preparing for university, which is no longer happening now. And I have moved to this new state and I'm still getting situated and stuff. I'm learning about the city that I'm in, and just, you know, re-navigating life, now that I'm living out in the wild again. And yeah, so I'm sorry if this seemed kind of like a nothing video, but that's just kind of how life is going right now. It's excellent. It's great. I love this place, actually. The people are really nice. You know what? Today I was driving back home from like a thrift store and I saw like a couple of bicyclists. They were on the street and like there was a car ahead of me and it had its blinker on to go to the right, which is where I had to go as well. And I'm like, what is the holdup here? Because people who are not from California, their lifestyle seems to me a lot like slower and less like go, 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 go. But anyway, so I was like, okay, well, they're taking their sweet time. What's going on? And so I see one of the bicyclists like pick up a squirrel from its tail. It's dead, unfortunately. And they lay it on the side of the road and then they go around to that driver actually, and the driver sticks out a hand sanitizer thing and squeezes it into their hands. And I'm like, this is the most like you would not see that happening in California. Not from the part where I'm from anyway. I just thought it was so charming and awesome. And I don't know, the people here are just nice. Like I went to go pick up a couch. It didn't fit in my car. And then the lady was like, oh my God, I can't let you leave like empty-handed. Take some grapes. And I was like, what? And she was growing grapes in her front yard. And she handed me a bunch of grapes. I was like, do you have a bowl or something I could put these in? And then she's like, oh yes. And then she came out with 2 paper plates and I was like, thank you. So this place is pretty wacky. It's kind of awesome and it's very beautiful here, as I heard it would be. So I don't really do like vlog type things or anything like that. I guess this is the closest thing you'll get to a vlog, because I'm literally just talking about life. And I'm sorry, I know that you're here for like fandom and like cringe fun and stuff, but like I kind of want to share that. I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And this isn't so much a cautionary tale. It's just an example of, you know, sometimes things don't go as planned and you have to improvise, kind of. Like, yeah, I really, really wanted to go to university, but like, I thought about it and I was like, I don't think I could see myself doing these things for the rest of my life. Hairstyling, it's like active and like, yeah, you do meet people and I'm not excited for that part. I mean, I do like people sometimes, but it's really difficult sometimes for reasons. But hopefully I can work on my people skills through school and through advice through fellow cosmetologists. And yeah. Again, this isn't a cautionary tale. It's not like, well, really think about what you want before you go somewhere. No, because I really did think about what I wanted before I came here. And it just like, it's just not what happened. And that's okay. Like, it's not like I'm here for no reason either. Like, I'm experiencing something else. I'm on an adventure. Sometimes you just go places to go places, and that's okay. But anyway, I think I've talked enough. I don't know what kind of content I'm planning on for the foreseeable future right now. It's a little bit difficult. I do have roommates now, and I have to be mindful of them. And Odell's still with me. Odell, come here. I think that's as far as she's gonna get, but there she is. Anyway, thanks for listening to me talk about this. It's a life adjustment. But I think this is the last time I'm gonna be moving for a little bit, at least 2 years. Or at least that was the plan when I was going to be going to university, but who knows? I don't know. I really like it here, so maybe I'll stay here for a little bit longer, but I would like to go back to California at some point. I'm very volatile, so who knows what I'm gonna be thinking later. But you know, that's where all my friends are, that's where my band is, that's where the rest of my band is. And, you know, it's home, you know, but I'm not the kind of person that like minds leaving home for too much. Yeah, it sucked and it was a little bit painful at first because, you know, I had reunited with all my friends and stuff and I was like really sad to leave them. But we're on a journey. Again, thanks for listening to me chat about that and I will see you in the next one. Bye.